Thank you so much. All right, come check. Looks like everything is working. Well, thanks everybody for coming. Super excited to be here. It's so exciting to be back in person with people at conferences after a few years of being completely locked in. But we took these 2 years to create some magical technologies that I'm excited to share with you. So I'm CTO and CEO of Passio. We are a spin-off from Stanford Research Institute here in Menlo Park. And we are building AI and AR technologies with the vision and mission to make our world better. I believe that AI and AR are the key levers that our society's got today to solve some of the most important challenges faced by our civilization, from climate change to inequality to security and definitely healthcare. And so what we as the company set out to do is we set out to democratize access to AI and AR and make it effortless for companies to add AI and AR technology into their applications and products. So what is the challenge that we as the company are solving? Today, we're seeing a very big disparity between what is possible and what enterprises are actually able to bring into the real world. Every day, companies are coming to us sharing the same story. We've spent millions of dollars and years of time trying to build neural networks and AI applications only to see their projects fail. Many millions of dollars of write-offs. And this is because very, very frequently they're focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on training networks, collecting data, building data sets, instead of solving the problems of the real world users. And this is what we set out to solve. Instead of helping our customers to build better neural networks, we are helping them to build better AI solutions. And this is where augmented reality comes into play, because we interact with the real world through the power of augmented reality. This is the new tool that, when combined, can really start solving problems. And so what we are creating is easy to add building blocks that you can effortlessly add into your application and transform your product, your application, from being unintelligent and flat to being AI and AR enabled. For example, we've got applications like virtual nutritionist or virtual remodel specialist, virtual sales specialist that you can add into an app and transform it into an intelligent being that will interact with your members, with your users, and with millions of people. So we developed the studio and to create those SDKs, tools that you drop into the apps, and we developed the components that you can actually drop into the app to make your application intelligent. So that all sounds great, but the most fun part is that it actually looks super good. Let me start with the nutrition AI technology that we created, and it will speak for itself.
Welcome to Passio Nutrition AI, the future of intelligent nutrition. Our Nutrition AI SDK is a self-contained, fully functional AI module that adds effortless and highly accurate nutrition tracking to enterprise applications and products. We are privileged to power the world's leading fitness and healthcare solutions, including Under Armour's class-leading MyFitnessPal and Anthem Sydney, a revolutionary healthy patient mobile app. Our SDK enables real-time, on-device visual recognition of ingredients and complex recipes, as well as the detection of packaged foods from thousands of brands. Simply point your phone's camera over the foods you want to log, and Passio will recognize raw, cooked, and prepared foods, as well as a list of specific alternatives to help fine-tune your selection. For example, we recognize general food categories like muffins and teas, but Passio's taxonomy enables users to select detailed alternative options, such as a particular type of poppy seed muffin or tea. Our SDK recognizes food in a variety of states, like when adding milk to black coffee, and supports advanced editing, where users can change food amounts, select alternatives, change mealtime labels, turn foods into recipes by adding ingredients, and save recipes to a favorites list. Our powerful multi-food recognition tool also allows you to simultaneously recognize multiple foods on a plate with a single swipe and build custom recipes on the fly, significantly improving the user experience and making nutrition tracking simpler and much more engaging. Passio also supports the logging of hundreds of thousands of branded foods common in the US via logo recognition, UPC barcodes, and packaged nutrition labels, with even more brands being added each day. Our roadmap includes one of the most requested features in nutrition tracking, the ability to estimate food amounts and show users real-time nutrition of their meals. For beverages and soups, our SDK recognizes standard serving sizes like a 12-ounce versus 8-ounce cup of coffee, while showing volume amounts in grams and the calorie count. Bundled with the SDK, we are providing a wide range of customizable UX components and code to empower developers. For example, developers can use our fully customizable nutrition diary components to fit customer designs and complete the food tracking experience. We hope that you enjoy testing our SDK and exploring the various UI/UX features we provide you as part of the Passio Nutrition AI product. We look forward to working with you.
So this technology, it enables a whole new world of opportunities. Imagine yourself sitting at the cafeteria and you have a medical condition, for example, and you're looking through smart glasses. Right now it's through the phone, but we all know that it all is going to the smart glasses. And you are able to see in real time an advice from your virtual nutritionist saying, this is not aligned with your treatment for your condition. Or if you are an athlete, a pro athlete, this is how I got into this. For the first place, I've been optimizing my nutrition for triathlon performance. Imagine that you are now able in real time see nutrition information and adjust your portions and adjust the foods on your plate to fit your goal, your personal goals. This is becoming even more important in healthcare, in treatments of cancer and diabetes and other diseases. We've been absolutely privileged to be working with partners like Ansem to bring this to millions of people around the world to make treatment of a variety of conditions much easier and much more productive. So this is one of the applications, and what you can see here is that our role in this is providing the module that our customers can embed into their applications. All of the technology that you see runs purely on device and is optimized to perform on mobile phones, eventually on smart glasses as well. So this is the core functionality that we are developing. Once you are able to create those technologies, there are many domains where we are applying those. One of the domains is home remodel. Computer vision coupled with advisor that you deploy on device is able to unlock a lot of applications in home remodel environments. This is what we've created, and this is how it works in practice today.
Trying to visualize wall colors in your home is never easy. Augmented reality, however, can provide a rich, immersive visual representation of painted surfaces, all in real time. As part of Passio's Remodel AI suite, we are developing AR capabilities to take advantage of the latest advancements in mobile LiDAR technology to scan walls, allowing you to visually change your wall's color and texture. With our technology, explore new wall colors in a unique way by being able to freely move around and adjust your perspective. Passio is currently developing tools that handle visual object occlusions and will be able to navigate around features like furniture, windows, and doors. These improvements will result in not only an immersive user experience for home renovation, but will also provide the user with a reliable estimate for paint quantity needed for the whole room. In addition to showcasing paint options and decorative wall coverings, our remodel AI technology uses computer vision to recognize a wide range of surface imperfections, such as cracks, stains, paint defects, and much more. This pioneering computer vision tool allows home remodeling companies to recommend products to support a full life cycle of the home remodeling customer journey, from repairs and surface prep all the way through to bring a project to a successful and satisfying completion. While our SDK is designed primarily for the latest LiDAR-enabled devices, earlier generations of phones are also supported, providing users with novel methods to visualize and evaluate paints. With Remodel AI, we are aspiring to empower brands by making innovative and sustainable products a part of millions of home remodeling projects around the world.
So this is the core technology that powers today one of the largest paints companies in the Middle East who we are partnering with, and we are aspiring to bring this to every home remodel product and customer that we can reach. So with these types of technology, I believe that we can guide users to making better decisions about what they're buying, minimizing waste, and optimizing the advisor component of the AI to guide people towards buying more sustainable products long term. This is a part of the work that we are on a mission to do. We are doing this through a platform that we created, which enables creation of any form of an AI expert that you deploy on mobile phone or eventually in smart glasses as well. So we do, our platform is a full set of tools that allows creation of AI domains. So for example, if you've got 50,000 foods, we map them into a taxonomy, which we did, and then we collect data for it. We train data, package into our proprietary SDKs, and deploy them on the phone and support full deployment of SDKs to the phone. That's essentially what the platform is doing. And our team is fully set up to collect the data. We've got full in-house data collection and data tagging for our customers. And we also generate synthetic data using Unity's tools. So it's been an absolutely phenomenal partnership for Passio, working with Unity to create assets, digital assets, for foods, for rooms, for a whole slew of projects, which when combined with real-world data, makes it much easier to train neural networks. This is a very, very perfect, one of the most perfect examples where the real-world data combined with synthetic data is absolutely critical. So what you can see here is we do inventory control inside of your fridge and in pantries and in some special conditions like on aircraft, for example. When you're trying to train a neural network AI to recognize foods and build an inventory in this type of a setting, what happens is you're constantly running into a problem of occlusion. So it's essentially impossible to collect all of the data that you would want for neural network training with all occlusion scenario. And this is where synthetic data comes in. We created a giant set of digital twins for smart kitchens and generated a very large number of food objects in this particular case that we position inside of pantries, inside of fridges with different lights and different forms of occlusion. You can basically, within an hour, generate hundreds of millions of images with each of these foods on their sides and behind each other. And this is how we train neural networks that actually understand positioning and are able to account for very, very wide range of occlusion scenarios, which would be impossible to do in the real world. And this is what it allows us to do. Let's see.
Artificial intelligence and computer vision improves our lives by making our homes smarter, safer, and more sustainable. Passio is already enhancing the smart kitchen by developing AI tools that add deeper levels of personalization, intelligence, and reliability to ordinary appliances, allowing them to assist us with everyday decisions that save us time and money. Fast, reliable, on-device food recognition capabilities, pioneered by Passio, easily keeps track of everything that enters and leaves your fridge or pantry. Our Fridge AI demo can immediately identify, label, and inventory items using a database of hundreds of thousands of raw and packaged foods. The personalized inventory tracking within our Fridge AI gives never-before-seen solutions such as automatic restocking, food waste reduction through shelf life notifications and recipe recommendations, and so much more. Just imagine efficiently preparing meals by knowing exactly which recipes you can make from what's in stock. This is next level. Recognition capabilities are constantly growing by means of our user-friendly Passio AI platform and data collection tools. We make it possible for our customers to easily build large image datasets for any item they desire and to rapidly train the AI to identify and perfect the recognition for those items. Make a positive impact on the world and help your users live healthier, happier, and more productive lives by making your product AI-enabled with Passio technology.
So this is enabled and possible when you combine large amounts of synthetic data with robust and well-designed data sets that our international global data team collects. We use synthetic data, Unity synthetic data across most of our projects, ranging from smart homes, home remodel, and smart kitchens, and different healthcare and nutrition applications. So remodel AI is just one of many examples. Building digital twins and digital twin technology is another component where we are both building real-world data and synthetic data. Combining those, we're able to build the best-in-class AI that actually users enjoy using and that enhances the value of AI inside of applications rather than detracting and leading to project failures. So we've been absolutely privileged and honored to be powering some of the world's leading companies, including Ansem, MyFitnessPal, Jazeera Paints, and so many others. And we're excited to be sharing this technology with more and more people around the world. We've been quiet with this technology, spent a lot of time developing it. Now we're starting to bring it into the world at scale with a lot of upcoming launches and releases that are actually happening in the coming months. So this concludes the presentation. If you guys would like to connect with me to learn more or connect with people in my team, this should lead you to a link to connect with me directly. There is also an email, and we encourage everybody to follow us on social media. And obviously, if you would like to build synthetic data sets, I cannot recommend anything higher than using our partners at Unity. Thank you, everyone.
We do have time left. If anybody has any questions for Dmitriy on that great presentation, we'd encourage you to step forward. We have 2 microphones placed here in the room, and invite any and all questions that you might have for him.
First off, Dmitry, very well done. I'm quite impressed with what you guys have here. And
thank you, sir.
I can really see a lot of applications for this. I have 3 questions. The data annotation, is that done in the SDK or is it done on native hardware?
So we provide our customers with a data collection app. You create your taxonomy, right? You architect your domain. Inside, after the domain is created, you get a data collection app where you film your domain and then you annotate it on the phone. It goes to the web platform where you check the annotations, apply bounding boxes, and then it goes into training. So yes, you do pre-annotation on the phone, you do final annotation in the web platform, and then it goes into training and comes back to your phone as the trained neural network.
Besides for the synthetic data sets, are you able to annotate on scale, like outsource the annotation?
We've got an in-house data platform, full data platform, from data collection to data annotation. So as a customer, you can collect data yourself and annotate it on the platform, or you can ask Passio to do that. We've got a large global team through our partnership with an organization called SheWorks that empowers female talent all over the world. And we are able to provide data collection and data annotation services through the platform.
Okay. So this is really great technology, as I mentioned. Would you use this for sort of like recipe generation? So taking it a step further, you scan your fruits, your vegetables, and see how you can either make a smoothie or different types of recipes.
So we are thinking about this as layers of capabilities. So right now, our virtual nutrition AI technology is able to help you track your meals and come up with recipes, for example, based on what your meal preferences are and your history. In a couple of scenarios that we've got right now is you tracked your breakfast and lunch, we recommend you dinner. But eventually, where it's all going is this information that we collect through the world and apply AI for, right? We know your meals, we recognize your meals, we know your history. Eventually, it's all going for us into us training the full nutritionist that will provide you with the recommendations based on all of your conditions. This is kind of the final step of the process. Right now, we're primarily focused on diagnostics, but eventually we will be focused on therapeutics and bringing full digital nutritionists, digital beings into existence inside of those same SDKs, where you can have your personal coach, your personal nutritionist, your personal sales assistant integrated into your phone.
Okay, great. And last question is, can you customize the UI?
Yes, absolutely. So we are an SDK, right? You can think about us as a Twilio of AI and AR. That's the analogy I like to give. It's an SDK, which basically means it's a set of tools that you install into your app. And yes, it's completely customizable from the user experience down to the way you use it, down to configuration of how you use the SDK, the frame rates, and whether you use certain features or not. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, thank you. Good questions.
Hi there, thanks you for that presentation. For each one of your customers, do they provide all the data or do you provide any data sets for them?
Yes, it's actually both. So for the majority of use cases so far, we've been asked to collect the data and build our data sets ourselves. But we also have now cases where our customers collect the data.
So if I'm a customer and I have you collect a bunch of data for me, do you use that data for other clients or does that customer own that data?
It depends on the arrangement. We support both. We support both cases.
Okay.
It's just priced differently.
Okay, so it's a business decision then, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, thank you.
Hi, nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So for the fridge showcase, so from my experience, that's definitely not a real fridge because people don't put everything in the front.
That's correct.
And also it's don't have empty drawers. So like in the AI world, people saying like if you can do the kitchen, you can do everything because kitchen is extremely complex.
Yep.
And also food detection is a long tail problem, right? Similar to autonomous driving. So for example, like international food, like Indian food, even human cannot identify which dish is what, right? How do you plan to handle this case complexity?
Perfect. Yeah, this is exactly why Passio exists, is because we are one of the very few companies, well, as far as I know, the only company that solves this this challenge in its entirety. So to give you a couple of examples, we're not just focused on computer vision. We are focused on experience, augmented reality experience. You cannot solve this challenge, as you properly said, with just computer vision and AI. A good example is you're pointing your phone at a cup of coffee. The nutrition of that cup of coffee is vastly different depending whether you put sugar in it or not. And so you need your AI to know to ask a question, did you add sugar into the coffee? And this is where experience comes in, the user experience component, which we solve for. You're pointing at a tomato soup, and it's very different nutrition depending whether there's cream in it. And so what we do, we layer AI with augmented reality to ask users for user feedback when the feedback is needed, or pull this information from other sources. So for example, if you know that in your fridge you've got a certain type of tomato soup, and then you see that same tomato soup being logged by the user, you can make that assumption that those two are related. And this is what Passio is attempting to do. We're attempting to solve this problem in its entirety. So for every aspect of food, for example, we're trying to come up with user experiences that close the gap between vision and what the actual meal log is. For the fridge use case, the reason why I mentioned synthetic data is that it allows us to actually create real-world scenarios with occlusions and with foods not being positioned as perfectly as they were in this example video. So we're creating the system that actually handles real-world scenarios. And when we've been building it, we discovered that you do need synthetic data, because otherwise you would need to open and close the door and reposition items too many times. We've not solved, we today, as far as we've measured, are by far the leading edge of what's possible in food recognition, but we are far from solving the full problem of smart kitchens yet. As far as we know, we're closer than others, but we're not there yet. And this is the focus of Passio, is to really solve that problem in its entirety, and we're making phenomenal progress in that direction. Thank you.
We still have time for one or two more quick questions. If anybody else would like to ask any, please, by all means, step forward. You know, I remember I first fell in love with AR thanks to the Shazam app, you know, coming from the music business. For me, that was really exciting to have a technology that could recognize things that way. And being involved on the intellectual property side of advocacy with the Recording Academy, there's certain questions that we found ourselves asking about metadata and being able to recognize different intellectual property through kind of like subcontext data, you know? So to see technology like this being put to use that way has far-reaching implications, even far beyond the many exciting ones that we saw here today. This is reason for excitement. I hope you all enjoyed this presentation. I want to thank Dmitriy. If you'd please give him a hand.
Thank you very much.